Hello and welcome everyone. In this video we are going to discuss about failure of rolling contact bearing. We are going to see the different types of failure that we are going to experience when we use rolling contact bearing. Okay, so let's go. Failure of rolling contact bearing can be occurred because of two reasons. Okay, first one is breakage of the parts of bearings, and as we know the what are the parts of bearing, rolling contact bearing I am talking, that is inner race, outer race, case and ball. If there is any breakage of these parts, then the failure of bearing can be occur. Second reason was damage of working surface of bearing parts, means the damage of the surface of that part of the bearing when happen, then the failure of rolling contact bearing will occur. So first come to the first reason, that is failure of rolling contact bearing due to the breakage of parts of bearing. Okay, so in this first one is breakage of outer and inner races. Outer and inner races, this is the outer and this is the inner races. So how this will going to be break? Okay, this will going to be break due to the overloading. If you are going to provide overloading on the bearing, the outer and inner races are going to be break, and if the outer and inner race going to be break, then the failure can be happen. Okay, second one is breakage of ball or roller. Okay, if there is any misalignment between the balls or between the shaft and the housing of the bearing, then the ball breakage can be occur, and if the ball going to be break, the bearing going to be fail. Okay, now the third one is breakage of cage. Okay, how the breakage of cage can be occur? Due to the centripetal force acting on the ball because of improper adjustment. Okay, so as we know, if we provide a proper adjustment, the net, or you can say summation of all the centripetal force are going to be zero. If there is any improper adjustment between the ball or cage, then what happen, that the amount of centripetal force will not going to be zero, and that centripetal force will act on a ball and damage the cage. Okay, so come to the remedies, means the what we have to do to avoid this failure in the bearing. Okay, to avoid this type of failure, we select a proper ball bearing. Okay, means we select a proper dimension of the ball, proper dimension of the all the parts of bearing, proper adjustment and proper alignment between the axis of shaft and the housing, and also operating within the permissible speed. Okay, as we know, when we are going to design any part, permissible stress and permissible strain come into the account. What is the permissible stress, permissible strain? That is the maximum stress beyond which, if we provide the stress to any part or any component, that component going to be break, or that component going to be fail. Okay, similarly the permissible speed is also defined for every ball bearing when we are going to design ball bearing. Okay, so this is some way to avoid the breakage of parts of bearing. Okay, come to the second one, that is failure of rolling contact bearing due to the damage of working surface of the bearing part. Means the working surface of the bearing parts, that is inner races, surface of inner race, surface of outer race, if this surface are going to be damaged or scratched, then the ball bearing are going to be fail. Okay, so in this again we are categorized, we have named four different types of failure, in which first one is abrasive wear. Okay, the name defining the failure, means the abrasive wear means what? Abrasive wear means the wearing of the surface. Okay, now the wearing of surface, how the wearing of surface going to be occur? Wearing of a surface occur due to the presence of dust particles, foreign particles. Okay, if this type of foreign particle and dust if present in the ball bearing, then definitely it will, because ball bearing also running in very high speed. Okay, and if it will come into the moving part, then what happen, that the surface will going to be wear, or will have lot of scratches on the surfaces, and if the lot of scratch generated on the surface, then after some time it will be going to damage, and the damage of the surface cause the failure of bearing. Okay, now what we have to do to avoid this, we will provide a proper oil sealing. Okay, increase the surface hardness and use the high viscosity oil. Okay, second one is corrosive wear. What is a corrosive wear? This is occur due to the entrance of water and moisture content in the bearing. So if there is any water or moisture content in the bearing, then what happen? Corrosion of parts of bearing or surface of that parts will going to be rust, and that will damage the surface and cause the failure of rolling contact bearing. Now what we are going to do to avoid this, we provide a proper enclosure of the bearing for the bearing. Okay, we use proper oil, lubricating oil. We are going to use low quality oil. Then what happen, the low quality oil maybe have some water content and it will going to be damage your surface. Okay, now third one is pitting. Pitting is a very main failure of the rolling contact bearing. Okay, rolling contact bearing we also call as anti-friction bearing. Okay, so what happen in this, this will occur due to the fatigue failure when the load on the bearing part exceed the surface endurance limit of the material. What is surface endurance limit? We study in machine design. Now, what is the endurance limit? Endurance limit of any material is defined as it is the maximum amplitude of a completely reverse stress that any component or that any specimen are going to sustain for an infinite number of a cycle without a fatigue failure. Fatigue failure we know what is. Okay, so this is a pitting, which is the main reason why the anti-friction bearing or you can say rolling contact bearing are going to be fail. So what we are going to do to remove this, we are going to improve the surface endurance strength and we should increase the surface hardness as well. Now come to the last one, that is scoring. Scoring is occurred due to the excess surface pressure, high surface speed, improper supply of lubricant. Okay, now if these are present in the application of bearing, then what happen, this will going to break the lubricating film and the bearing and generate a frictional heating. Okay, when the frictional heating going to be occur, then it will rise the overheating and causes the welding between the contacting surface of the rolling contact bearing. Okay, so to avoid this, we have to select proper parameter like surface speed, proper flow of lubricant. If there is not a proper flow of lubricant, maybe at one place heating going to be occur due to the excess pressure, that heating convert into welding process and weld the two contacting surface, which is not desired for us. Okay, so this is all about failure of rolling contact bearing. Okay, so in next video I'm going to explain about failure of sliding contact bearing. Okay, so when I'm going to upload, I will give the link in the description box, so check the description box also, and if you like this video then share with your friends, and thank you for watching.